Good morning, everybody. This is Richard back at you. We got Miss Teresa on the camera. Annie always hanging out and protecting the shop. Well, we're back on our Camaro. We're putting our rear end together. Everything come in on it. But we went ahead and pulled the tranny out. And I want to get started on it because I've got this, I've got that. Got another one outside that we got a video coming that's going to be really cool. You want to see it, definitely coming up. Going to be really cool. But anyway, on the Camaro tranny, we did it 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not sure. It's when we were in town. So it's been out quite a while. I don't know how much power the car makes. It had a 273 rear end gear, kind of really high gear for a Camaro. I didn't realize they put them in there that
I don't even remember that car.
Kind of crazy. But anyway, we went to a 373 gear on it, posi, Moser axles, everything like that. But we got the tranny out because he said all of a sudden it just quit moving. Well, you know how that goes. All of a sudden it quits moving.
Well, we've kind of been in that scenario.
I've been in that situation.
If you remember, we stopped, pulled over, checked all of our stuff, our trailer, was getting back on the highway, and pop. And the motor was revving. Nothing else was going on.
Converter failed instantly. Kind of crazy.
But it twisted the shaft off.
No?
Oh, yeah, when we went to Vegas to go drag racing.
Yeah,
it sure did.
Yeah, it did. It messed it up pretty bad.
Yeah, it twisted the shaft off and we were dead in the water. Just over the state line in New Mexico.
This is how smart we were, though. I called Raymond at Transtar, sitting on the side of the highway, said, hey, Raymond, send me this, and this. Come in that morning early, 7:30 in the morning, whatever, out at... I can't even remember that trucking place in town that we get all our parts from. But anyway, we were back at... We
didn't get back into town because we had to have a semi-truck pick us up.
Trailer
because we had the dually and the trailer.
Yeah.
So we didn't get back into town. I'm going to say it was 11 o'clock. Got the trailer off of the Dodge. He got it up inside of the shop and we pulled it out before we ever left.
And we left about 11:30 or so, 12 o'clock at night.
Tore it down.
Tore it down on the bench. Come in that morning, though.
Right.
And parts showed up. We were back on the highway, I think, about noon, if I'm not mistaken. I drove it around the block a couple of times, checked the fluid, hooked the trailer up, and boom, we went straight to Vegas.
Well, you come in and ask me, do you trust me? I mean, it was like, I don't think we have a choice, right?
And then we go to Vegas and destroy the car. So first time we wheelie the car and bust everything. But anyway, let's get back to this. Like 4060, like I said, we did this quite some time ago. Got a Circle D torque converter, really nice torque converter. And I think he brought us the converter, though we didn't buy the converter. But you know, Circle D, if you know Pete and them over there, they just do phenomenal work. So shout out to Circle D over there. Now this converter still looks really good on the hub. I didn't see anything wrong down in the splines or anything. I pulled the pan. There really wasn't nothing in the pan, so I know something just snapped. Pump broke. Something just boom, you know.
Yeah.
Drive shaft was still hooked up.
I have a
Gears
question
were still
for
turning.
you.
Huh?
I have a question.
What?
I thought you said this was going to be a quick video.
It is, look. We already got the tail housing off.
This is going to be an hour-long video. You're putting me behind. It's all right, I guess. You're going to help.
The plumber's in there actually doing the
shower.
The shower.
Right, but I'm mowing before we have hurricane-style winds again. And
hey, if you guys were anywhere around Texas last weekend,
it was Friday.
The wind here, guys, we've seen anything like it in our life, and we've lived here forever.
50-car pileup on the south side of Canyon. I mean, bad. Trucks turning over. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
So, you know, trying to dot my I's and cross my T's. Just like you are.
We do have our Corvette servo.
Looks pretty.
Now, there is some other things that I do to these. I just don't put a Corvette servo in. I do some spacing on the pin on the inside. I kind of take that little gap up in there a little bit. I leave just a little bit. That way it doesn't have a harsh downshift, but it has a really nice upshift.
So are we reusing his converter or?
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, like I said, the pan was clean. Something broke in here, and I don't know what yet. We're just going to have to.
Sure.
Oh, felt something funny there. That didn't feel good. Did not feel good at all.
No way, no.
See? For a hot rod Camaro, been out for that period of time. Now if we do a job and it goes out of town and we know we're never going to see the vehicle again, we always give them a filter and a pan gasket. Every job we do. Mm-hmm. Every job. Mm-hmm. Oops. That's broke off here.
I was excited about getting out and mowing.
Were you?
Sure I was. I talked about it to you. Everybody else is doing it. Isn't that crazy? We get older and the things change that you talk about. And, you know, you still have peer pressure, just adult peer pressure.
This has got a pretty good cooler. It's pretty far in the back, but it does have a cooler on it. It's a nice cooler too. Now, being that it's a 4L60E, this is the early style. Later version, they changed the plug on the pressure control solenoid. Everything else, they pretty much left the same. Pillow switches. I'd say this thing doesn't have really no metal at all. This is very much serviceable.
Yeah.
Curious to see what broke. Now we do always block the lockup valve right here, and it is blocked. If we do a triple disc converter, we never block it. We've come to find out that when we block it with a triple disc, lockup's way harder than the shift. So, but if it's a single disc, we always block the PWM valve right there.
You tricked us, Annie.
Huh?
I said you tricked us. You said, come here. It'll be really quick.
It won't take but a minute.
She was enjoying being outside.
Got dual springs.
Mm-hmm.
Now the aftermarket piston, this shank is longer, so it gives a piston a lot better stability in going up and down the bore. It keeps it from rocking. Should have grabbed my electric over there. You can see here the plate does have a repair kit in it right here with this bore right here for the check ball. The check ball could have been beat through, and they do make repair kits for those. I got a little bag of them.
Any fluid in the connector?
Nope.
Nope.
Dry as a bone, actually.
Cool.
On that little hole. Blow that out of there. And when I separate these, I always stack these up. What I do is I use three 350 pump washer for the bolts that go around the pump on 350. Take and put 3 of them in there like that. Just like that. That puts that just a little bit below flush by using those little washers. Parking linkage here. So always grab the parking pawl right here, push it down, turn the shaft. See it locked? That gives you room to get in there to that bolt right there. You gotta do the same thing to put it back in. I say this thing just snapped, he said, so there's no telling what happened. You can tell I did it. Because I always double seal my bolts, no matter what. Every one of these I do. Actually, every tranny I do, just about. Just cut off. That looks brand new still. Now you can tell here we do have a 500 boost valve in here. Let me get that out of there. I thought it could have broke the pump rotor and stuff. A lot of times when you put these bigger boost valves in there, you can have issues with breaking pump rotors and stuff. So, you can see here our big steel boost valve and sleeve. Mm-hmm. It'll come with the springs, and it'll also come with this little washer right there that goes on the end of it. Mm-hmm. Come with its own bumper spring.
Yeah.
Very simple. That looks really nice. You can see here how I put that little fine piece of silicone right there to seal that right there. Mm-hmm. I do on every one. Converter looked like it was spaced really nice, going really deep, grabbing almost all the whole tooth. Look at that. Mm-hmm. That looks really good. Look at the pump slide and see what it looks like. Still really good. So I don't know how many miles this thing's got on it. We'll still put a new pump slide and paddles and stuff like that in there. You always want to get that band anchor out. That way you can just pull it out. If you don't, this band always hangs up in there. Got a little bit of metal in that band right there. Look at that. Mm-hmm. See them pieces? See that, yeah. Uh-huh. See it bedded in that band.
Yep. So is this just a street driver? Do you know?
He's a young kid, lives in Albuquerque, so they have a drag strip there. But you just never know.
Sure.
Drum looks really good. See a little bit of discolor right there in the middle. Nothing crazy. I'm sure it just wasn't a grocery getter. The E-Pack clearance still looks really nice. It's got some heat on it.
Yeah, that does.
It's got a little heat on it.
So.
See it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now these are single-sided clutches here. There's 14 of them. We have our load springs. You know, but that could have burned up from whatever happened in here. That could have been in really good shape. But I'm curious to see what happened in here, because something ain't working still in here. Oh, it stripped the drum. That's what it did. Oh, it busted it out. Yeah, you can see it right there. Excuse me. See the cracks?
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, look. Oh, hang on.
Oh, yeah. Is that going to come out?
Let me see something here. Yeah, it's messed up in there now. Oh, there you go. I've never done that before.
Oh, wow.
Oops. Dang, I've never took the output or the input shaft out backwards neither. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
All the supplies.
Oh, wow. Look at all the pieces that come out of there.
Yeah. I was hoping to show them that. The way that was setting all on here was like that all the way around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That goes up in there pretty close.
Wonder how that happened.
But once this split like this, if he tried to drive it or do anything, these feed holes could have turned, and you can see a feed hole there, feed hole there. These are all busted out, so it could have just, actually you can see one, see the feed hole right there. See?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's another one right here. So, definitely blew that thing up, didn't it? We have our engine brake and our forward clutch. Still looks pretty good.
For that much metal, I'm shocked there's not much metal in the pan.
Right. Well, he said once it happened, he turned it
He
off.
stopped. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, he did. He did right. Yeah, it messed up some stuff, you know, bands.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that. Looks really good still. Mainly, you want to look at the sprag, and if you start seeing a shiny mark across it, you want to make sure it ain't already got a flat spot. I'm checking on both sides. So, clean it up and look at everything. Mainly look at the gears too, because a lot of metal could have ran over it, broke it, chipped a tooth, anything like that.
I didn't see which way it went. I heard it. Pretty sure it's under the table.
Mm-hmm. A roller hub there. So we always, if these don't have them, we update them, period. Always put a new one in. You want to check this spline here too, because your output shaft splines into your forward planet. Your rear sun gear. So it's brand new. That's what I like to see. So far, you know, pump pump stuff, bands, clutches, seals, bonded pistons, bushings.
So, but what made that happen?
I mean, these are prone to doing that.
I mean,
So it looks like they are prone to doing it.
really?
Wheel hopping, you know, dropping in the gear too hard. I don't know how firm this tranny shifted. Like I say, once they leave, we don't know what goes on with them.
Sure.
You know, we always take the wave out. You can see our double steel on the bottom. Anytime there's a wave in the low clutch and we're going to be doing a lot of manual shifting, we want that clutch to release instantly. Check the ring gear. This does have the really nice hub. A lot of these hubs here you see behind 5-pinion planets. SS Trailblazers, Cadillac Escalades, stuff like that. Well, I mean, we'd have to call him and see just how much money he wants to spend. You know, we can go with a sonnax drum. We can go with an F5 drum. We didn't break the shaft. Like I said, I just got to talk to him and find out how he's driving it. Did he do something crazy? How did we get to this point right here?
Well, he's changing the rear end gears. I mean, what's he doing that for?
Well, that's going to help it perform, definitely.
Okay. Well, and that's...
But it'll make it, you know, it might even make it easier on the shifts because that 273 gear is so tall, you know, and you're shifting that thing, that little bit lower gear is going to make it physically easier on the tranny.
Well, yeah. No, but, I mean, you know, it's apart now.
Yeah, let's do it right.
If you're going to do what you're going to do, you better do it now. I mean, you don't want to do it twice.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a second time, but I think he's going to still add mods to the motor, maybe a turbo and stuff like that too. So we really need to get more in depth on this unit here. This is your shaft here. This is the sonnax one here that we'll be putting in it. I have a couple of them. This is the sonnax forward drum billet input shaft, and then the sonnax 6-pinion reduction planet, sonnax forward hub, and then what's not in those pictures is the 5-pinion planet. And these come out in Cadillac Escalades, this hardened hub here and the hardened ring gear. They're updated there. So which you had a 4-pinion, see, 4, which this is a 5, and then a 6. Give you an idea. Well, Tracy, I want to thank you for recording. Annie's laying out on the cool concrete, just hanging out. But hey, don't forget to subscribe, push our notification bell, and you have a fabulous day.